Good morning, everybody. Once again, I'm here at pattern-collections.com. I still get people asking me what app I use. I don't use an app. I am at the website pattern-collections.com. There is no app. And since it's Monday, I'm going to remind you that, oops, I'm not on the home page. Yes, I am. Huh? It moved a little. Okay. Things moved around a little bit. On the home page, here is the PayPal donation button. So if you have an extra couple of bucks this month, if you wouldn't mind making a donation to help this website run, I know that Ina would really appreciate it. She is having some health issues that are really straining her financially, I would imagine. I don't know. I'm not privy to that, but I just assume that when you are having some medical and health issues, that your finances are stretched. It just makes sense. So if you have a couple extra dollars that you could donate this month to Pattern-Collections, I would appreciate it. And then we're going to go to Pattern Focus. And yes, you're going to find that we are at the beginning of February, right? And I am doing the Pattern Focus, some of them for the month of December. That is because I am trying to get very far ahead in my drawings and be super organized and practical. And I know that there's going to be some periods of time where I won't be able to draw. And so while I have the moment and the opportunity to draw, I am doing so. And because of Inktober, I got behind. So in October, normally in October, I would be drawing patterns from September, but I didn't. And and then therefore in November I would be doing October, and December I would be doing November, and so forth and so on. But I'm off, so I'm 2 months off. That's just how it goes. So for January I am doing some December prompts, if that's where you're going to look for them. I'm going to do this one, Imbali Roll, which looks really cool. It is a mandala. The prompts for this week. So let me go back here for just a moment. For December, each week is going to have its own prompts. For the first week is mandalas. The second week is trees. The third week is going to be candles. And the fourth week is going to be stars. So I'm going to try as much as possible to continue with those particular prompts as I can. There's a couple that I won't be able to, but for the most part, I'm going to do that. So Imbali Roll uses the Rangoli Grid. If you don't know what that is, just go to the website, go into the search bar and click on and type in Rangoli, R-A-N-G-O-L-I, Rangoli Grid, and you'll get this. So you can see where the pencil lines, where's my pointing tool? Where's my blending stump that I point with? Oh, it's disappeared. Oh, that's not good. Where'd my blending stump go? I'm going to need it later anyway. Oh my word. I'm a disaster. Alrighty. Well, then let's get out a new one, since I seem to have lost my blending stump. Don't know where it could have gone. But that's okay. I'll just grab I have a tortillon. I don't usually care for those, but I have one, so I'm going to use it. So, anyways, I thought I was organized. I'm still not organized. You guys know that. So anyways, the Rangoli grid is basically a dot kind of grid where, can you see this circle here? And then there's another circle there. And then a third one here. And you can see how it goes across like this and then like that. So it's an 8 segment with circles. I tend to not draw them with the dots. I tend to draw them with an actual circle. It's the same way I do a regular dot grid as a square grid. I draw a full square grid first, and then I just use the corners for my dots, and then I just erase everything else that I don't need. That's how I do it. You guys do it however you need to do it. But anyways, for the first one, we're going to start here at the inner circle. We're going to come out, we're going to make a loop going where this intersection right here at this middle circle. So kind of loop and a loop and a loop and a loop. We can do it all as one long flowing kind of a shape. And then we're going to do it again going the other direction. So this was done at the diagonals. We're going to do it again going at the squares, right? So we're going to start here, kind of go loop, de-loop, 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 de-loop. I suspect mine aren't going to be very even. That's okay. Then, in this little V, we're going to put a little arch right here all the way around. Coming off of that arch, we're going to do 2 lines, and they're going to come all the way out to being even with the outer ring. 2 lines, and then we're going to connect those 2 lines here like this, and that's it. Okay, so it's actually very simple. I think I could probably do it like freehand and make it less structured, but I'm going to go ahead and make it structured. I'm going to turn on my light. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about the making it on a circle, the actual circle. This needs to be away from my elbow. My little pencil. So I just use a mechanical pencil because it has a very thin lead, so it makes a small line, and that way when I'm making my my grids and things, it's very light. So I'm not making a dark mark, and I'm not pushing very hard, so it makes it very easy to erase. I've got my new compass, and we're going to make a 3-ring thing. Let's decide how big. I'm just going to stick that in the middle, and I'm going to go about to here, just in case I decide to embellish further. And I'm going very, very gently. Just a bare minimum. And then I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. My pencil needs to come down a little bit out of that. There we go. Needs to touch the page. A little bit smaller yet, I think. Something like that. And then one right on the inside. Oops, I got a little carried away with my pencil. It needs to be there. Okay, somewhere like that. Oop. Okay. And then I'm just going to make a general guesstimate as to the crosses going the other way. Something like that. There we go. Okay, so you see my 3 rings and my cross pieces. Now in a Rangoli grid, you would just have the dots here at all of these intersections instead of the lines. But like I said, I prefer to have the full line. It's just the way I prefer to do it. You guys do what you need to do. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to start here. You guys are too far away now. Can you see my lines? You can. Okay, we're going to start here and we're going to come up and we're going to make a loop right there at that intersection and then come back down to here. So it's up and around and loop, up, around and loop down like that. Up and around and loop down here. This one didn't went to the right place. And you see I'm doing it in pencil? You can plan out in pencil, it's okay. Like that. And then the other way. So we're going to start here. I'm going to come up and around and down to there. Up and around and down to there. That one's a little funky. Up and around and down to there. And up and around and down to there. Okay, so now I can draw that with my pen in a nice smooth motion. Today I'm using my Copic Multiliner SPO2. Like that. And then this one. Like that. That one's a little funky, but that's okay. I knew that would happen. It always happens, and I don't worry about it. Okay, and now I want in here a little arch. Like that. And then coming out from here, I want it to go all the way out to there to that line. 2 long lines. Like so. Radiating outward. So are you guys working on your homework that I gave you from lesson number, let's see, back to basic lesson number 7, CPT lesson number 3? Are you doing your homework? I hope so. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out the Back to Basics playlist, and you can follow along as we go back to basics. And then we connect this one to this one along this arch. Just like that. Oop. If I go this way, I can see. If I go this way, my hand's in the way, but if I go this way, I can see what I'm doing. Oh, I know what's happening. I couldn't figure out why this one's so narrow and this one's so wide. It's because my piece of paper is not a square. It's a rectangle. Thus, even though this is the middle, This wasn't a 45. It was slightly off of 45 because it's not a square. That's why. Okay. Well, at least now I know. And it's consistent. So this one and this one, it's consistent in its size. It's just like that one is bigger than that one. Whatever. That's the pattern right there. And now we can embellish it however we want. So what I'm going to do, what am I going to do? What things have you guys learned about already? I've forgotten already. What did we do? Replacing shapes. We did aura and feathering. Let's do some aura and some feathering on this so you guys can still continue to have some practice doing auras and feathering. Let's do can we do a feathering? Let's do one that comes up and in. Let's do a 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Oop. I'm not holding my pen the way I always hold it, which is causing me, see, I was gripping it this way, which is not how I usually hold a fine liner. I usually hold it this way. And it felt weird in my hand and I wasn't having as much control. It's because I had changed the way I was holding my pen, which is not too sure why. But I must say, it makes a difference as to how much control I have over my pen. So that's one thing you need to work on is, you know, decide how you're holding your pen and which is the one that gives you the most control. This is the way I hold my pen that gives me the most control. But this is the technique of feathering. I just added some feathering to this. And then let's add some aura. I didn't erase my guidelines yet, which I think I'm going to do. And then I'm also going to maybe do some line weight. But let's do the aura. Let's do this in an aura. That's an easy aura to do. All right. I like that. I think it needs some contrast, some dark. also seem to be a little hoarse in the throat today. Allergies have kicked in again because the wind is blowing. We have, probably 15 to 30 mile an hour winds at the moment. I think I'm going to do another feathering in here. But since this is so roundy in the middle and this was angular out here, I think I want to do a curved feathering. Do that. Now, should I go ahead and then do another one in here? Probably. We'll go ahead and do that. That. That's kind of cool. I like that. I want these to be dark. Let me get a bigger pen. So I'll fill that in dark. It's always good to have some really bold dark spots. Get some contrast that makes it more interesting in your drawing. Like that. And then I think I'm going to actually fill in the middle black. So I'm going to find my brush pen and fill that all in. It's easier to fill in with a brush pen in large areas like this. But I go around the edge so that I don't have to get so close to the edge with the nib of the brush. This particular brush is very good, but not all of them are. So they don't all go into the detailed areas. Okay, so I like that. That's drying. You can see that it's still wet. I think I want a little line weight. So I'm going to add a little line weight to these loops by just making that loop just the littlest bit thicker. Right here at the end. Don't think we've talked about line weight yet, but we will. And that is just talking about making some of your lines thicker than others to give interest to your drawing. See, that's all it is. I didn't change the drawing substantially. I just changed the thickness of the line. And that gave it a different feel. Which I very much like. Like so, and one more. Okay. I like it. What do you guys think? I really like it. I think I want to put another loop here. I want that shape again. That's the other thing I like, is repeating shapes. That just gives something to it. I think I'm happy with that. Now I need to shade. Oh, there's my blending stump. It was right here in front of me the whole time. Why did I not find it? That's okay. I'll use this one for a pointer. I'll use this one for blending. I do think I need to clean off my blending stump. Have you guys ever seen me clean off a blending stump? Because look at that. It's gotten very dull. It's gotten not pointy enough. So what you do, very simple, is you grab yourself either a plain old emery board, just a nail file. This is a fun one, but it's a nail file, or this thing that comes often with your stumps. It's a block of sandpaper on like a stick, and I actually could use a fresh page. It's just sandpaper. But what you do, let me get my work out of my way, is you just take your blending stump and you just scratch it on to the sandpaper or the emery board. The thing I like about these sandpaper pages is that you can easily throw it away once it's kind of filled up the grit. With the emery board, you don't have that opportunity as much. But see how that cleans that off? And it reintroduces the point. So now it's a little bit pointier than it was. See the other end? This is kind of dull. It's a little bit pointier, and it gets rid of all that leftover graphite that's on it. Gives you a clean surface. Now, I don't usually care if I've got graphite on it, because that just gives me a little bit of something that I can move some graphite in spots without having to actually use the pencil. But every so often, I want to clean off the end so it looks pretty. Alrighty, so my pencil. Today I'm going to use the 2B. Some people ask me, what pencil are you using? This is just a cheapo set of pencils from when my son was in an art class in college, and they required him to purchase all these supplies. I says, don't buy these. I've got pencils. I've got stuff. I had stuff. But the teacher required the class to have all the exact materials. Couldn't just use paints I already had at home. He couldn't just use pencils I already had at home. Oh, it was kind of frustrating to see him purchase supplies that he really didn't need. He was taking one class as a requirement to get out of college. He wasn't going into art school. It didn't matter. He was never going to use them again. And thus, I have a lot of pencils because I had pencils from before. And now he had this whole new set of pencils. But that's okay. I have them. I'm enjoying them. I'm using them. I will use them until they're all gone. Like this one's almost completely used up. I have another one that's in really stubby shape. This one I've put into the pencil holder. I don't know if you guys have seen one of these, but it's really kind of cool. It's got this little end to it where you can put the little stubby pencil in here so you can have something to hang on to so you can draw. That's a handy little tool. I think I've got it linked in my Amazon shop. All the tools and supplies that I use regularly, that I enjoy, and if I could find them on Amazon, I have put them in the link below in the description box to my Amazon page. I have two. When you land there, you have two options. One is for my drawing supplies, and one is for other art stuff that I have used, but that I don't use necessarily here on my channel. I had them separated into two different things. But if you land there and you go shopping using my link, even if you don't shop for art supplies, let's say you want to find a bath mat. Why that came up, I don't know. Probably because I'm thinking about redecorating my bathroom. But let's say you want to find a bath mat. Click on my link and then go shopping from that page. And if you purchase something using that particular link, I still get a small commission. Now, I mean small. Amazon don't pay a whole lot. Like maybe 2 or 3 pennies on the dollar. I mean, not much. But it adds up over time, and after a month or two, I might have enough credits to purchase myself some new art supplies, because I have told them not to, I believe I've told them not to pay me out in cash, but to just go ahead and just give me credits. So that's how I can get a little bit of extra credits for purchasing some art supplies. You know, I never begrudge a YouTuber for having sponsorships or affiliate links or you know, selling merch or whatever, because you know that's how they're making their living. And especially for those YouTubers who have a large following, like hundreds of thousands, maybe even 1 million, if only like a teeny tiny percent of people click on their links or purchase their products, it gives them enough income to, oh, excuse me, oh, that came out of nowhere, to be full-time and create more exciting content. I am not full-time, and I don't expect to ever be full-time at YouTube. I don't imagine my content's going to get any more exciting than what it already is, which is not that exciting. But for those who like to follow along, I'm grateful for you guys to be here. And I will never probably be able to make a living drawing, which I would love to do, but I probably won't ever be able to do that. But I am able to purchase some art supplies with you guys' help. So thank you very much for that. I'm getting myself a little bit better of a tip on my white pencil. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to give myself some white highlights. So the next video you watch on Wednesday will be Back to Basic lesson number 8. We're going to do CPT lesson number 4. And we're going to play with creating a pattern somehow. I have forgotten already. I've planned this out and then I've already forgotten what my plan was. So I'm going to have to sit down and think about it for a minute before I make the next video. There we go. Oh, I like that. I think I want a little bit of highlight right here, right on the tips of that. There we go. Perfect. Need to sign it and put the name of it because I've forgotten what it is. It's Imbali Roll. There we go. Very cute. I like how that turned out. Zoom in just a smidge. All right, so you guys have a great day. Go out and do something nice for someone today. I don't know where we're at by February in the whole pandemic thing. I am hoping, because today the news came out that the first vaccines were given out yesterday. So that being said, it'll be a month, a little bit over a month from today, from when I'm recording this to the time you see it. So who the heck knows what the future will be? Hopefully, things will be getting better. I don't know. In any case, you guys have a great day. Do something nice for someone today. That's the most important thing. That's how you can get through this life, by making somebody else happy and just making the world a better place. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye-bye.